Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of White Album2. Let's continue. So, we have new neighbor, so Kazusa, and yeah, first accommodation is behind us. We pretty much got Kazusa living next to us, and maybe this episode we're going to tell finally Setsuna. I don't know if this is going to be episode because we promised not to call her, and that's an issue in this situation. I think it may be worth to break a promise to tell Setsuna before she finds out by herself. Possibly. But we'll see. Actually, technically, we have a loophole. I wonder if Haruki is going to think about this. We told that we are not going to call Setsuna. We never said we are not going to meet with her. Let's go. I call it a loophole. He could, like, totally meet with Setsuna. Come on. Okay, so the morning. I am, yes. Thank you for asking.
ちょっとな。さっきまでメール処理してたから。
Just as planned, Hamada sent me miscellaneous task wrapped in the zip format.
家に仕事持ち帰ってんのかよ。典型的な日本のサラリーマンだなお前。いつか過労死するぞ。
Some things never changes.
否定はしないけどな。
I should have just fallen asleep when I feel dizzy at the amount of extracted files.
そうやって身を粉にして働いて。家族養うだけで自分を犠牲にする人生か。生きてて何が楽しい？
But I don't want her to telling me this. After all, the reason I'm forced to work during the midnight, unable to fall asleep, is no other than you, yeah.
そのために頑張れるのは楽しいことだと思うぞ。
ああ、そりゃそうだろうな。何しろお前の家族になっ。
ほら、目玉焼き。
Okay, cut her off in that mid-sentence. Perhaps Kaos understood the reason behind me interrupting her, because she stopped making any more ill-natured remarks.
塩コショウ、ソース、醤油、
ケチャップ。
調味料の豆のもの。
私の勝手だ。
There's the saucepan, a frying pan, and other utensils like plates, spoon, and knives. There's also a toaster. Toaster oven with ingredients like bread, eggs, vegetables, and seasoning. In a single day, a whole host of household goods have been appeared in Kazu's apartment, so they're all imported from my apartment. Of course.
さてと、それじゃ、いただきます。
She's still not saying this. I love how grumpy Haruki became here. That's funny. Ah. Good girl. I don't know why, but it's funny. You may eat. Oh my god. Being a dog is brought back. Oh my god. I don't remember where exactly the dog thing was mentioned. Was it in the in like visual novel, or was it in the digital novel? I think it was in digital novel, right? I think. It can remind me, but it was a thing somewhere. I admonished her about this plenty yesterday. I'm sure she's resisting on purpose.
ってお前そんなにジャム塗るな。また一瓶開けるつもりか。
We go bankrupt.
糖分取らないと頭働かないぞ。
それにしても限度がって紅茶にも入れるのか。
What the hell? You know with what your brain can't work to with as well? With diabetes.
ロシアンティーも知らないのか、日本人は。
Are you sure you do not have diabetes? Well, in regards to her sacrilegious obsessive taste for sugar, The test of time has proven that she's not doing it for any particular reason.
へえ、しばらくは出張扱いなのか。
Yeah.
思ったより気楽なんだな、お前の仕事も。
Well, I have to work 24/7 now.
言っておくが仕事量は減ってないからな。むしろこの取材分だけ増えてる。
Kazusa finished food so quickly that I'm doubtful she was even able to taste it. And now she's on her second cup of Russian tea. Another day, another bottle of jam emptied, we are going bankrupt. Kazusa, do you have some, like, actually access to your mother money or something? Like, you gonna help me pay for these things? Or I'm just going to be bankrupt at this point? This person is hopeless. I have to teach her proper eating
そ
habits.
っちはどうなんだ？
毎日練習だ。朝の10時から。
こっちでも1日10時間なのか？
お前のせいでな。
そっか。
I'm glad that I'm the reason, but it's also a little bit painful.
で、これがコンサートやコンクールの直前だと、寝て食べる以外の時間は全部引いてる。
Damn. Well, I don't think Haruki is going to let you not sleep or eat.
人間のやることじゃないよな。
演奏家なんてみんなそんなもんだ。私だけ特別こんなことやってるわけじゃない。
I don't think they all like that. It's just your mom and you just take after her. This is the closest person you see. She's practicing and stuff, so just trying to mimic her.
大変なんだな。
I don't think that's the case for everyone.
そうだよ。
Probably most of them,
だ
but
から家事とか私生活のことなんか何もできなくて当然なんだ。する暇がないからな。
I don't have the time.
お前は
Okay.
単に物臭なだけだろ。ピアノやってなかった頃だって全然。
Yeah,
うるさいな。あの頃の私は親に反抗してたからだよ。
sure.
かっこ悪かったもんな。あの頃のお前。
お前は今もかっこ悪いけどな。
まあな。
Okay. Despite that, her ill-natured demeanor back then was good enough for me to adore her.
さてと、それじゃあ練習に行くか。
Okay, I like that they are relaxed now.
私にしつこくつきまとうのか。
I like that they stopped like being awkward with each other right now. Like they're like distanced from each other, but at the same time close enough to just talk about past and stuff like this. And now that she has stopped defying her mom and has become the stoic pianist by the name of Toma Kazusa, she has managed to prove that anything she does looks cool. She can eat the food I made for her without showing gratitude, she can treat my hospitality as a given, and she can treat me any way she likes.
なあカズさ、今日の練習昼からにできないか？
なんでだよ。
午前中俺に付き合ってくれ。
Okay.
ダメか？
お前、何言ってんだよ。そんなこと今さら。
Why? Like job related, or you actually want to spend some time with
け
her?
どお前、家財道具揃えないと。空っぽの部屋のまま一月過ごすつもりなんだ。
Yeah, okay, good point. Yeah, so spend some time with me to actually make make everything work.
あ、
Yeah.
プリンもアイスクリームも今のままじゃ食べたい時に食べられないぞ。それでもいいんだな。
So in order to hide my embarrassment, I became eager to tear down Kazusa's coolness. Thanks to that, Kazusa shows a side of her she usually keeps hidden, making me feel even more uncertain. Yet another vicious cycle. I never learn, do I?
Ah, 間に合った。
一本遅らせてもいいから全力で走るな。またヒール折るぞ。
Okay.
嫌なことを思い出させるな、春樹は。あの時は雪だったから仕方ないんだって。
とにかくお前は今怪我していいわけないんだから、もうちょっと慎重にだな。
だからそんなヘマなんかしないって言ってるだろ。コンサートが近づくと集中力が増してくるから。
Okay.
これが3日前くらいになると自分で言うのもなんだけど
3 days left.
100メートル先で誰かが石を蹴った音が聞こえたり。
Maybe we are going to have a concert this episode then. It depends how fast these days will go. Are we going to have the time skip or not?
春樹
Damn it.
何おい
I put my hands on Kazusa's shoulder and possibly turn her around. With her side directed at the door, I push my body against her back, as if I'm embracing her.
春樹いきなり
Oh?
何すんだよお前。
My far too forceful action stiffens Kazusa's whole body.
まあ喋るな。
なんでお前こんなことしたらどうなるか。
頼む、目立たないでくれ。昨日言ったことがも
Oh, okay.
何の
う広告にお前の写真が。
Okay. Yeah, so now she's more recognizable.
だって
As I was actually close, I happened to look up at it and see the advertisement belonging to a familiar magazine. And I saw the third article introduction from the front saying Toma Kazusa. My heart rate went up by 30 in an instant. Yeah, that would be trouble if like people recognize her on train right now. Nice. Good quick thinking, Haruki.
とにかく降りるまでずっと外見てろ。絶対こっち向くなよ。
けどどんなことか。
見るな。でたらめばっかりだ。
Yeah, I knew this is going to be a scandal or something. Kazusa Toma, secretly abusive and violent, something like that. Something along these lines, probably. Perhaps Kazusa understood the context of the article by that one single word. But this is really bad. Refused interview, excessive abusive language, ignoring support from fans. Homecoming of the second generation genius pianist Toma Kazusa, inherited self-centeredness from mother. Headline written in familiar font, using expressions that would fit perfectly in some third-rate gossip magazine. Yeah, I knew this would happen. That was like so obvious.
考えすぎかもしれないけど、誰かがお前の正体に気づくかもしれない。そんなことになったら。
春樹
And right before the concert. That's also a problem. In truth, rather than I don't want anyone to recognize you, my feeling leans closer to I don't want to show you to anyone. But there's no reason to explain every single sentiment like that. All that matters is that I become a cushion for Kazusa while she's in Japan. Also, this kind of article is also partially, like, in a sense, what Yoko wanted. A little bit. Like, she never wanted actually to, like, you know, have a slander article about Kazusa, obviously. But it is going to, like, rise the amount of people that are looking up at her. Like, trying to search her online and stuff like this. And maybe come to the concert just to see her, you know, because they weren't able to check if, like, she actually is like the article said and stuff like this. So, yeah. Maybe her fame starts with the bad article, actually. I mean, yeah, she got famous also, like, she got... No, Haruki made article about her before, and other people made articles before, yeah. But now, like, we're strictly in Japan, and, like, these magazines are, like, mostly in Japan, probably.
だから、
Yeah. Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
知れないけど。
窮屈だ。悪い。最悪だ。
ごめんな。
謝れば済むと思ってやがる。私なら許すだろうって思ってやがる。
Yes, you will.
そんなことは。
ふざけるな。
Verbal abuse is no different than usual, but I breathe a sign of relief knowing that Kazusa has calmed down despite that. I can tell because her whole body doesn't feel tense anymore, and she's beginning to allow herself to touch my body, even if only a little. Ah. Inside of the train is as usual. No one draws any correlation between the woman in the picture in front of them and the one clinging unnaturally to the door. Facing that fact, I'm not sure if my judgment was correct, but I do realize now I will have to make this kind of judgment many times in the future.
このままじゃ多分そのうちボロボロになる。
At first, I thought that Yoko-san's fear was groundless, but perhaps that's not the case at all. I have to protect her after all. For the sake of my own modest future, must I protect the woman I should distance myself from more than anyone else?
なあ、春樹。
What's up?
さっきからなんか当たってるぞ。私のお尻に。
I was so trying to avoid making joke about this for like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever the scene is long. God damn it, Kazusa, you just had to mention this. I was so trying to not make a joke for this.
カメラだよ。
Sure, it's camera. It probably is, but god damn it.
こんな感じですけど、いかがでしょう。
へえ。
へえじゃない。鏡はどこだ。
Okay, so we have a picture session.
大丈夫ですよ。ほんと、お似合いです。
そんな感想はいいから早く。
慌てるなよ。
慌てるに決まってるだろ。
Okay.
こんな。
What do you wear for the page? Oh! That's Kazusa! Ah! Okay, I'm back. I had to cut because I had to do something. Remember how in the digital novel, after Koharu wrote, she was awfully aware how similar she looks to Kazusa and never wanted to, like, take her hair to be full and stuff because she would look like Kazusa, and how I mistook Kazusa for Koharu in the beginning? You tell me this is not the same person. You tell me it's not the same. God damn it. Also, I'm picking the wrong picture. 1 second. You tell me it's not the same. God damn it. Also, if I'm cursed, then you are cursed. I have another picture. Enjoy. Let's go.
彼女、髪長くて綺麗だから、ちょっともったいないかなって気もしたけど、こっちもいけますね。
Okay. Also, oh no, this is the cursed shop. There's a jewelry. This is the cursed shop.
本当だ。全然 OK ですね。
Our first destination after we got off the train was not the electronics store or the furniture store, but rather the beauty salon. Yeah, we need to like kinda mask your usual face while you're in public. You are kinda celebrity now. And then we consulted a rather friendly employee about how to make her unrecognizable. This is the result of our suspicious request. A comb as a hair ornament to keep her sight raised, fake glasses to obscure her eyes. With this, she's no longer the talk of the town pianist Toma Kazusa, but rather the beautiful, spectacled young lady next door, known as Goodies.
バカにしてるのかお前。
すごく似合ってますよね。
ね
It's all done now, isn't it? Also, if you haven't read the digital novels or the audio novels, just go check the specials on my channel. It's on the normal playlist for White Album 2 in between episodes, or on its own separate playlist. White Album 2 specials. Go check them out. They were awesome.
女の髪や顔を勝手にいじるなんて、お前も偉くなったもんだよな。5年前は岩石よりも硬い委員長だったのに。
Okay.
仕方ないだろう。素のままで歩けなくなったお前が悪い。
私のせいじゃない。
うん。お前の責任じゃなくてお前の実力だよ。 別に卑下することなんかない。
The hint that helped me come up with this plan was Setsuna before I got to know her in high school. A sizeful girl who concealed the fact that she was a school idol for the 2.5 years by the supermarket by putting on glasses, yeah, and braiding her hair as well. Yeah, braiding her hair and wearing purposefully unfashionable clothes. The fact that I'm using the same method with Kazusa might make me a rather terrible person though. Even so, I have to do whatever I can right now. Obscuring Kazusa from the public eyes is my first priority.
どうします？別の持ってきましょうか。
だとさ、どうする？
Is this how we're going to see Kazusa like most of the time in CODA? I like this look. That's cute.
会計お願いします。両方とも。
はい、お買い上げありがとうございます。
The sulky silence properly conveyed what she wanted to say. It doesn't matter either way, you moron. Okay. New CG? Oh my god!
こんなもの買ったって明日から使わないぞ。
Okay. That looks awesome. The hair is kinda little... like, kinda weird, I guess, but... yeah, she looks like a different person, kinda. Yeah. Still, if you know who Kazusa is, you still know her. But for the first glance, you would not know. That is nice. That is nice. I'm not going to start wearing cannabis tomorrow just because you bought it. After that, we bought a scarf and a hat, making her go from the beautiful spectacled young lady... making her go from the beautiful spectacled young lady next door to the beautiful, well-equipped young lady next door. Like... I want to ask, what do you mean by well-equipped? But I don't know. I'm going to ask comments. What does he mean by well-equipped? I have my guesses. I feel like something is a bit off though. Yeah.
そりゃ少し窮屈かもしれないけど、街でいきなり招待バレするよりは。
私、髪結べないんだ。
Okay, yeah. I was also like saying the hair is like kinda weird, so even Haruki felt that off. Okay.
は？
絶対にぐしゃぐしゃになるんだ。前に一度試して、
Okay.
母さんに呆れられたんだ。
ああ。
That's the reason she has always had the long straight hair since I can remember.
だから、メガネは使うけど、公務の方は。
Okay.
俺が結べばいいんだろ。
え？
Oh. Despite being a pianist who should have masterful control of her fingertips, she can't even tie her own hair up into a bun. Though I imagine it's more so her innate tendency to find things too bothersome. That's the issue
こ
here.
のまとめ方なら、さっきのやり方見てたから、ちゃんと再現できると思う。
Wow. Haruki's special power. See thing once and he can do it. Do I have to wonder what is more disastrous, binding one's hair or leaving it beautiful and
け
straight?
どそれって毎朝。
迷惑か？
But if she says she can do it, I have no choice. I'll have to eliminate any factor that can get into the way of my coverage.
こっちの仕事の都合もあるから、朝早く出ないと無理な日もあると思う。だから、できれば生活リズムを合わせてくれると。やっぱ、ダメか。
知るか。
Of course. God damn it. Kazusa still Kazusa. Love it. After giving me her usual verbal abuse along with her certificate of consent, known as do whatever you want, she walks away quickly so I won't catch on. Of course. In the end, no matter how much Kazusa complains, she always accepts my ideas one way or another, never losing that last bastion of kindness. When she's around me, she always insists on sulking, always warding off my meddling as a nuisance, but she's right next to me before I know it. Right now, Kazusa's acting like she did before I met Setsuna.
そうだ。カズサ、ちょっと待っ
なんでだよ。早いところ他の買い物も済ませないと練習時間がどんどん削られて。
1枚だけ、1枚。
Okay. At the sight of me pulling out my camera from its case, Kazusa's eyes through her glasses sway a little bit. Yeah, you know, we said like we are going to have to make a pictures, and this is your new look, so it's going to be a good for coverage like later on when we can like blow up your coverage basically. Like we'll be able to like actually, yeah, you know, actually Kazusa Toma been in the disguise all the time she was in Japan, huh? How about that? That's how she looked.
ほら、笑って。で、普段通りの方がいいか。ほら、カズサ、しかめっ面頼む。
Haruki knows her so well. Give me a best frown.
やっぱり私をバカにしてるだろ。お前
Good job. That's perfect face.
そう、そんな感じ。行きます。
I love it.
はい。
I love it. Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow.
あ、
God damn it. Why you make it this difficult to watch? Wow. Why we had to have so much development with Setsuna. I want to Kazusaro. But I cannot. Like, I'm not throwing away what we worked out with Setsuna, especially when like Setsuna and Haruki actually love each other and stuff as well. But the problem is, like, he still is drawn into like, but he wants to cut it off to give answer. Ah, god damn it. She looks so good. But after a slightly confused expression was perfectly converted into data for the camera. Okay, I'm back. I don't want to like edit the pictures and stuff, everything, but so I will not edit out anything. I will just like put on screen the picture I already have. So that's the same. That's the same. Like, look. I swear Koharu is Kazusa's daughter or something. What if? Oh wow! What if like? Okay, plot twist. Koharu is actually Kazusa's sister. They were separated as the kids. That's the plot.
お疲れ様でした。じゃあ次、家電コーナー行くぞ。
初めての一枚が変装姿かよ。
だって、これはこれで。
本当にバカにしやがって。
別にバカになんかしてないって。
It does.
あ、そうだ、レシート。
え？
変装道具一式のだよ。お前全部現金で払ってたよな。
ああ。
Okay.
そっか。
Cheh, she found out.
後でまとめて生産するから、とりあえず渡しておいて。
いるかそんなの。俺のニーズで買ったんだ。
Okay.
え？
I used the card for the sole purpose of paying for it myself. Why can't she understand
そ
that?
の代わり、これから買う家電とか家具は別だぞ。今の買い物と比べて金額の桁が違うしな。聞いてるのか？
ああ。
Okay.
それならいいんだよ。さ
春樹。
ああ、それと櫛は後でちゃんと踏んでおけよ。そうしないと苦しんで死ぬことになるからな。
Oh wow. Okay.
現実的なくせに迷信深いな、お前は。
There's superstition. And so the first day of my exclusive coverage of Toma Kazusa started off without any planning whatsoever. Even though Kazusa kept hurling abuse at me, she kept following me as I led the way, exactly 3 steps behind. Okay.
よし、これでなんとか一通り揃えたかな。
A fridge, table, a bed, and we went through everywhere from telephone providers to furniture stores, spending over 100,000 yen in just a few hours. Damn. Though I suppose this amount is barely even worth mentioning for the Toma family. After all, this generous family has paid 3 months worth of fees for just a single month at their hotel, including deposits and the key money.
もう2時だぞ。どれだけ私を引きずり回せば気が済むんだ。
文句言うだけのやつは楽でいいよな。
In the end, all the negotiations with the salespeople were left to me. I was a lazy look around the stores, and in the end, she found some reason to criticize my choices in purchase. God damn it.
もうちょっとデザインも考慮に入れろ。春樹、お前機能とコストパフォーマンスしか見てないじゃないか。
Yeah, obviously. Like, what did you expect?
生活必需品選びにそれ以外の観点があるか？
Yeah, exactly.
だからお前の生活には潤いが足りないんだ。もうちょっとゆとりを持って生きろよ。
お前、自分がキリギリスだって自覚してるだろ。
But I asked her, then which one do you like? She only answered with, like, I know. Of course. So we ended up going with the ones I picked first every time. Had Kausa not complained about every little thing, we would have finished an hour earlier.
とにかく用事はこれで終わりなんだな。私はもう練習に向かっていいんだな。
ああ、お疲れ様。
Okay.
本当に疲れるのはこれからだ。今から10時間だからな。
今日もやるのか？随分と遅くから始めるのに。
So she's going to finish late too, I guess.
日課だからな。
そっか。
Her mind should be filled with nothing but a hellish special training awaiting her. Yet, since last night, no, since the end of the last week, God's expression had begun to look more and more peaceful.
それじゃあ春樹。
あのさ、できれば弾いてるところも撮らせてくれないかな。
Well, yeah, we kinda have to.
悪い。練習だけは見せたくないんだ。
Okay, never mind.
まだ仕上がってないから。
最初の数分だけでいいんだけどな。その弾いてるふりしてくれれば。
コンサートの後にしてくれ。
Huh,
今は集中したいんだ。
okay.
そっか。
I mean, fair,
ご
sure.
めん、無理って。
Like, no one will recognize on the picture anyway if that was taken before or after the concert.
いや、私の方こそ。
As proof, in a conversation that would let her to shout at me before, we can now reach a compromise with each
じゃ
other.
あ頑張ってな。そうだ、晩飯はどうする？
なんでもいい。どうせ何作っても大してうまくないだろ、お前。
Thanks!
分かったよ。
The bitter smile on my face probably never reached Kazusa, who has already turned the other way. What I had meant to ask was, do you want to eat out or eat at home? Okay. Another day.
へえ、なんとか住めるようになったな。
Oh, it's her room actually. Holy shit. I did not realize for a second because there's so much stuff there. Suddenly. Okay. How much did I record actually, by the way? I need to check. No, it's still very early. Okay, so we can just continue. I just made so many cuts that I was not sure. Actually, I will have to cut again. One moment. After coming home from practice and while he's taking off her disguise, Kazusa stares at her transformed room in surprise.
何もしなかったくせに偉そうだな。
Even though I love her other look, this look is still the best probably. By the way. You look proud for someone who didn't do anything. Of course she would be surprised. After all, I did for the full cleaning of this place, changed the curtains, put the furniture together, and set up electronic devices for her, all by myself.
私の面倒を見るのは春樹の仕事だ。お前はそれを条件に私を取材する権利を得た。
じゃあ早速取材させてくれ。
その前にご飯。お腹すいた。
God damn it.
まだ準備できてないの？
Yeah, Haruki is her butler at this point. This woman.
今まで部屋の片付けしてたんだよ。これから作るの。ついでに俺ヘトヘトなの。
Wow.
じゃあできたら起こしてくれ。ああ、やっとベッドで寝られる。
Jesus, this woman. Though of asking her whenever she had the decency to offer help, but I gave up right before the words left my mouth. I'd only have more to deal with. If she does ends up helping me, in a way, Kausa's choice is indeed the right
時
one.
間ないからインスタントだぞ。
そりゃあよかった。今日こそはまともな食事にありが
God damn it. God damn it, she's dissing so much. That explanation doesn't satisfy me one bit though. God damn it.
ほら、こっち向け。
やめろって。人が食べてるところなんか撮るの？
顔隠すなよ。
When I finished our store bought Chinese meatball, Kausa opened the convenience store cake as if it was the true meal of the evening, of course, because it's sugar. But when I tried to taking pictures of that particular scene, she refused by blocking the lens of my camera with her hands.
まるでパパラッチだな。こんなの覗き趣味の極致だ。
She doesn't wait, so she doesn't want like anyone to find out that she likes sweets.
お前のスイーツパラノイアなところなんか、選びには面白いと思うんだけどな。
Yeah, I bet. Like, Kazusatoma. Diabetes or not? I don't deny her accusation, because even I agree. When I see that happy face Kausa makes when she's eating these chip cakes, I can't resist the urge to immortalize it in the photo.
私がケーキ食べるのがそんなに珍しいか？
お前のイメージと合わないからな。何しろ、黒を基調にしたシックな装いだし。
Yeah, that's what the other says
そ
as
の
well.
表現はやめろ。
Yep.
ムカムカしてくる。
By the way, what just fell into her mouth is a primary white and cute strawberry shortcake. It's a 2-pack worth 300 yen, but it goes without saying that I don't get a share. Though it's not like I want any.
お前さ、その甘いもの好き、母親の影響だろ。
最初は気づかなかったんだよな。
I turned on the voice recorder and put it on the table. Wow, so smooth to go to the the interview. Like, no hesitation. Elsa frowns a little, but according to her contract, she continues talking.
子供の頃からたまに母さんと一緒に食べる夕食には必ず食後にたくさんのデザートが並んでた。ケーキにプリンにドーナツに洋菓子いろいろ。今日はケーキ、明日はプリンとかじゃない。そいつらが全部テーブルいっぱい。
Yeah, that would be a great article with this.
それを砂糖とミルクたっぷりのコーヒーで流し込むのが子供の頃のうちの習慣で。
気持ち悪いとか思わなかった。
いや、だってうまいだろ。
限度があるわ。
あの人はそれをことも投げに平らげてた。それだけ体力と精神力を使ってたんだろうな。
Also, as you can see, all this sugar, all this cakes and everything goes to some specific places.
そっか。
So that works for her. Even after eating much sugar, she played concerts intense enough to use it all up. And she ends up passing down that rare type of metabolism to her daughter, along with the skill she molded from the energy obtained by that disposition.
初めておかしいって言われたのは小学校の修学旅行の時だったかな。
Okay.
班行動の時、京都の甘味屋に行ったらさ。
Oh my god, did you empty the candy shop?
へえ、その頃はそういう行事にも参加してたんだ。
クラスの子の親とかには結構いろいろ言われてたらしいけどな。父親の名前を何度か聞かれたよ。
Okay.
知るわけないのに。
Okay, so even you don't know your father.
まあでも少しだけど友達もいたし、大していじめられたりもしなかった。
そりゃよかったな。
他人に何を言われても平気だったんだ。身内に何か言われなければな。
Okay.
でもそれは誤解だったわけだがな。
聞き手が勝手に論理展開するな。私の話した通りに書くのが仕事だろ。
じゃあ書くぞ今の。
別にいいけどさ、こんな話面白いのか？
It is.
それは俺と上司と読者が判断するさ。お前はとにかく自分のこと何でも話してくれればいい。
よくわからないけど、売り物の雑誌に載せるか、こんなの。
I mean, yeah, sure, like, why not? Like, we can use it like, you know, some did you know part. And like, we can like make a serious article about her like playing a piano and her backstory and stuff like this. Some serious backstory. If she tells us any serious backstory, I mean, it is pretty serious, but it's also sweet version. I mean, you know, like just a little bit of like extra of her personality added to like what people usually see on the on up front. But that's actually very interesting.
ケーキをパクつくピアニスト
Hell yeah.
本当に変な。あ、
And the surprise picture.
こっちもごちそうさまでした。
やめろよ。恥ずかしいな。
Nice. Despite the sounds of the shutter, Kausa still puts the fork in her mouth, softly forgiving me, and with an embarrassed look.
すごく自然な表情だ。見てみるか？
やだよ、そんなの。くそ、やられた。
Yeah. Yeah. That expression tells me everything I need to know. The happiness Kausa gets when she eats sweet foods causes her heart to temporarily soften.
そっか？いい家なんだけどな。口の端にクリ
Oh my
ームが
God.
べっとりついてて。
She's going to demand the deletion of this picture.
消せ。
I knew it.
消しやがれ。
I knew it. That's nice. Okay, we're blazing through these days, and Setsuna still giving us a cold shoulder, not calling us at all.
僕だろ？
Still not calling us at all, huh? I'm worried about Setsuna at this point. It's been like almost 2 weeks now, I think, right? I'm starting to get really worried about this. I swear, like, she saw them somewhere in the city. That's why she's not calling back. Like, she's avoiding them now and trying to think about, like, what just happened. I swear, like, she must... This is Yada situation, I swear. I can't get this over my mind.
寒い。
The cool look again. It's 8 AM, Thursday. After I had awoken up at my usual time and made the usual breakfast, I went over to Kazu's apartment only to see her spectacularly glued to the bed. No matter how many times I gave her a shake, she only responded with, "I don't need breakfast," or "let me sleep a little longer." Yes, I had to exact a divine punishment on her like this. I forced her to change her clothes, bound her hair, and forced her out of the apartment without further setbacks, taking her out with me on the morning walk.
おお、霜降りてる。こりゃ寒いわけだ。
I knew that the morning temperature was going to be 1 Celsius below freezing point.
なんでこんなところにいるんだ、私は。
After we left the apartment, we went to Minami Sotsugu Station, walked past the front gate of the Hojo University and Hojo High School, and now we are strolling along the river. This path is rarely used by the students commuting by the train, so it's less crowded than the area around our apartment, making it ideal for a walk. The river is beautiful for being something inside a metropolis. There's even a lot of vegetation. That's precisely why the cold permeates this area that much more.
あ、こら。そこは俺が踏み抜こうと思ってたのに。
春樹は向こう側全部踏んだからいいだろ。
Wait, what? What are you stepping on?
最後の楽しみに取っておいたんだよ。
Oh, like, oh my god, they're doing the thing. I love it. I love it. They're doing the thing. Like little, like semi-frozen puddles, probably of ice and water.
あ、ヒール半分くらいまでめり込む。 これ結構楽しい。
楽しいの分かってるよ。
Yeah.
だから俺が。
サクッと。
ああ、やめろ。やめてくれ。
To distract themselves from the cold, two fully grown adults destroy one patch of frost after another. Oh, yeah. Two schoolgirls pass those two immature adults with somewhat awkward expression on their faces. Like this, and the bubble wrapping. Like these things are fucking awesome. A few seconds after the encounter, speaking about bubble wrapping, still have a whole carton of this. Whole box of it. ASMR stream soon, TM. A few seconds after the encounter, Elsa stares at those two girls with a complex expression for a while.
お前もあの制服着てたよな、昔。
春樹だって。
あいにくと俺の制服はあんなに膝上丈が短くなかったぞ。
Wow.
突っ込むかバカにするかしてくれよ。引っ込みがつかなくなるだろ。
Yeah.
聞いてなかったから安心しろ。
Even while calmly responding to me in that manner, Kosa's eyes are still firmly aimed at those girls. No, more accurately,
難しいか。
うん。
she might be seeing ourselves in
お
them.
前も着てただろ、付属の頃。
それがどうしたって。
そんなに意地張った言い方するなら、そうやって目で追わなけりゃいいんだよ。
That might have been a harsh comeback.
懐かしさなんて感じない。
You are too harsh on yourself.
感じたらいけないんだ。
Even at my uncalled for comment, Kosa doesn't avert her eyes from those girls. Like, yeah, like she's like what we were like dealing with in the closing chapter with Setsuna. I'm not allowed to feel nostalgia because in this nostalgia, yeah, we had good times, but also terrible times later on, and it's like the betrayal. Ah, god damn it. No. Okay, let's just continue. No. Let's continue.
なんだよそれ。
日本に来た日の夜、私、春樹に言ったよな。
何？
もう二度とここには来ない。昔の私が知っている場所には、
Okay.
昔の私を知っている場所には。
たったの2週間前だよ。
Yep.
あれが。
And broke it already. I asked Kosa a question, yet she continued as if I understood everything. No, that I don't understand though.
なんて意志薄弱。なんて朝礼誤解。私、
Kinda.
バカじゃないのか。
どうして近づいたらダメなんだ？
Left without a choice, I asked her a question with the presumption that she too understands. But I can't fully accept what she has to say. I don't want to hear nor acknowledge her self-deprecated words.
それを聞くのか。言わせようとするのか。お前って本当に悪趣味なやつだな。もう職業病かもな。
Done with the stepping on patches of frost, Kosa slowly moves down towards the river. She occasionally trips on the slippery grass, yet she never grabs onto the ostrich hands.
懐かしくなんかない。
あ
The sunlight is reflecting by the surface of the river and shines on Kosa's face with the swaying motion. But unlike the radiance of the light, the illuminated expression is covered in grief.
あ。カズさ、こっち向いて。
Picture time!
嫌だ。
I can't keep myself from clicking the shutter.
嫌だって言ったのに。卑怯者。
Ah. I think did Haruki escaping
今度は
behind camera, per se? We can say that, right? Like Haruki's escaping behind camera.
私に指図するな。
Kazusa, who called me a coward, started looking at me straight in the eyes at some point. With the same attitude she used to say, "Don't give me orders," she slowly shows me her eyes no longer hidden behind the glasses.
帽子とマフラーも。
つけ上がるな。私を思い通りにするな。
This time, her hidden true face is exposed to me. Kazusa grimaced from the cold a bit, but after that, she started glaring at my lens. Maybe it was just imagination that her lips seems to be quivering.
カズさ、
なんだよ。
たとえバカだとしても、今こうして俺と昔歩いた道をまた一緒に歩いて。
Okay.
だから近づいちゃいけなかったんだ。
Ah,
髪飾りもと
I like the dynamic they have right now.
いつものカズさんに
It's scary, but I like this dynamic. I'm scared about like Setsuna not being like anywhere here in like past 2 like weeks in game time. I'm very scared of this. Now without any hint of stubbornness, Kazusa releases her hair just as I desire. Her long black hair flutters in the cold wind, softly blending in with the light coming from the water. This divine shot is probably not one that can be taken by someone of my skill. Can be taken. I'm still trying to think of like what's going to be a terrible way for Setsuna to find out that Kazusa is here. Oh wait, who is this? Setsuna! Oh my god, I was talking about Setsuna. Oh my god, I was talking about Setsuna.
まだ会社？私もう帰ってきちゃったぞ。夕食どうするつもりだよ。当たり前だ。食べてくるわけないだろ。お前が外食やめろって言ったんじゃないか。なんだと？
She's talking to
私
Yoko.
に米を洗えっていうのか？わかればいい。30分だ。それ以上は待てない。間に合わないとどうなるのかって？
Oh no, she's talking to Haruki via phone. Okay. Okay, yeah, because he's working. Yeah, okay, yeah. Setsuna and Kazusa alone time?
は？サイン？するわけないだろそんなもの。そんなの知るか。勝手に色紙を預かってくるなんてどういうつもりだ。
Okay.
ああ、もう言い訳はいい。とにかく早く帰って。あ、それと帰りにプリン買ってきて。ビッグサイズの3個パック。
I'm scared.
近所のスーパーで特売だ。おとといの買い置き分？そんなの残ってるわけないだろう。
This can cause so much misunderstanding.
それじゃあ全力で走ってこい。これ以上私をまた。まったく。
This can give so much misunderstandings. So many misunderstandings.
あ、
Hi! Yay!
すいません。
Oh god
騒
damn
が
it.
せしてます。
Jesus! Please don't do this to me. I don't know if Tomo is better or worse than Setsuna in the situation, though.
あ
やっぱり留守か。あ、やば。もう待ち合わせの時間。何か？
あ、お前誰だ？
そちらこそ誰です？
私はあいつのその部屋の住人の隣人だ。
うん、そうなんですか。それはどうも。
This guy works well.
それで
あなたの隣人の知り合いですけど。
Okay. Well, because I'm going to ask about her.
それだ。
Who is that?
それが何か？
いや全然興味ないんだけど。
Kazusa, did you just like almost accuse Haruki of having an affair while being in Setsuna?
そうなんですか。
ああ。
You really tried to do that? You, of all people.
興味ないんじゃ？
ないよ全然。
実は渡すものがあったんだけど出かけちゃってるみたい。
Okay.
もうすぐ帰。
どうしようかな。郵便受けだと。
何か伝言があるなら。
ああ、それじゃあお願いできますか。お隣が帰ってきたらこれを渡して。
I think we know where this is going, right? Whatever that Tomo has for Haruki, Kazusa going to hide it. This is going to be something that she will not want to Haruki to see or something. Right?
手紙？
A letter.
チケットです。明日の
Oh, tickets for a concert. Okay.
ライブ？
私の友達、お隣さんの彼女が歌うんですよ。けれど彼女
No!
チケット渡してなくて。
No! My fear! Oh! I talked about this few episodes ago. My fear happens actually. There's going to be a choice. Our work and Kazusa concert. Or Setsuna's. Ah! White Album, why are you making me this? Why you do this to me? Why are you doing this to
な
me?
んでついでに絶対来いって伝言も頼めます？
あ
ありがとうございます。それじゃあお願い。
あ。
Why are you doing this to me?
隣さんの彼女。
まさかそんなバカな。もしかして。
Oh, slowly realization.
私の方がちょっとだけ上よね。
What the hell?
なんだよこれ。
Okay.
なんて読むんだ？
So, the thing is, Kazusa, are you going to actually give Haruki the ticket? Are you going to actually tell him that Sesna is singing? Can you do this? Hmm.
一応ドイツ語表記のつもりなんだがダメか。
お前、普段の字は機械みたいに正確なのに、崩し文字になると途端に怪しくなるな。
ならお前書いてくれよ。サンプルだけでもいいからさ。
Okay.
嫌なこった。自分の蒔いた種は自分で刈り取
What are
れ。
you trying to write?
それは責任
And
と。
why in cursive?
その代わりお前せめて日本
Oh, autograph.
頼まれても絶対にその場でサインするなよ。
Okay.
元からお断りだから安心しろ。
うるさい。俺は忙しいんだ。
I'm too busy writing Kelso's autographs for her. Yeah, he acts like her manager, butler, and everything around. Friday. My progress report to Hamada-san ended in less than 30 minutes. After that, while compiling the work sent to me as the miscellaneous work, for some reason there was a mountain of colored paper in front of me. It seems that news of my exclusive coverage of Tomakaus had spread through the entire company. I thought that it was weird, since there are plenty of people who have connections and celebrities through our job, but a certain freelance writer with connections to the celebrity world solves that mystery. It seems that the response is not only determined on the basis of someone being famous, but also the level of scarcity. In other words, the autographs I'm signing right now will probably end up in some internet auction.
なあ、ハルキ。
嫌だ。そっち向かない。笑わない。お前もやってくれないから。
Nice.
だよな。
Nice.
そういう話じゃなくてさ。
じゃあなんだよ。
Okay. She's going to actually tell him. Nice. Okay.
俺の飯を食うからには栄養バランスを。
Okay.
セツナのこと。
Yep.
セツナとハルキのこと。
Ooh.
この5年間のお前たちのこと聞かせてほしいんだ。
I like this. I like this that Kazusa asked this. I really like this.
なんでそんなこと。
なんとなく。
Little by little, Kazusa crossed over the line.
ってのは無責任だよな。
Yeah.
いつかは聞いておかなくちゃって思ったから。
Yeah, past 3 years were fucking terrible. That's a short story. The topic left alone ever since she came to Japan. No, ever since she entered this apartment. By both Kazusa and me.
私、刹那にひどいことしたから。
してないよ、別に。
でも刹那は。
刹那にひどいことしたのは俺。全部俺。
God damn it. Here we go again. The cycle of self-blame. Let's go. I have no idea why Kazusa brought this up all of sudden. There's no sign of it until this morning. There was no sign of it. Those past few days, we've repeated the lifestyle of Kazusa one-sidedly verbally abusing me and one-sidedly lecturing her. Me actually lecturing her. With both of us completely ignoring the other.
それだってもうすべて解決してる。カズサが責任感じることなんか何もない。
That's why I'm getting cautious in response to Kazusa's sudden change in the manner.
つまり、お前たちの思い出に私は関係ないってか。私に聞かせたら価値が下がるってか。
Oof. Actually, it was very important for this memories, but yeah, that was hard.
そんなこと言ってないだろ。
That Kazusa doesn't allow me to run away. Far sharper than during our reunion in France, she aims to pierce my and her own heart.
だったらのろけてみせろよ。私にやってられるかって言わせてみろよ。
Nah, he can't tell you that because that's not a thing.
大丈夫だよ。私、何も感じやしない。いや、違うな。
From a sense of responsibility to mere reminiscence. At some point, Kazusa's reason for wanting to hear about Setsuna had changed. Because of those obvious changes, I understand. That all her actions were lies to begin with, and which reason is the true one. No matter how much I negate it, Kazusa will never be free from her guilt. That no matter how much Kazusa accepts us, she will never be able to hear about Setsuna and me with only happiness in her heart. She couldn't, right?
それじゃあ始めようか。本日は海王社のホープ北原春樹さんにいろいろお伺いしようと思います。
Okay, wow.
よろしくお願いします。
After those past days of aggressive interviewing for me, Elsa has completely memorized my methods of interviewing. Turning off the recorder whenever she says something inappropriate, removing image data that reflects badly on her, and taking countless pictures of me food I made.
それではまず最初に北原さんの5年間のことを。その間、あなたをそばで支えてくれた。
Okay.
カズサ。
Well, we have to do this sooner or later. And it's her who actually approached this topic first, so you kinda don't have a choice now. Like, you can't, like, pretending, like, you know, that this question didn't happen. You know that you have to actually talk about this. But you are too scared to actually start this conversation. And now, in order to not let any of my true feelings slip by and expose all my lies, she pressed the record button.
そんな感じで今に至る。
Okay. That's pretty fucked up, huh?
3年もかかったよ。3年も。刹那を傷つけ続けた。
Just as Kazusa memorized the methods of the interviewer, I also managed to memorize the methods of the interviewee.
お互いもう一度向き合えるようになるまで、あの時のこと一緒に乗り越えようって誓い合うまで。
As the interviewer urges me on, I pour my heart out, but still choosing my words, differentiating the self that I want to show her and the self I want to keep hidden.
刹那がもう一度歌えるようになるまで。
looking at the empty space instead of her, so she wouldn't be able to catch onto my true feelings.
そんな風にもがいてた3年間はすごく長く感じた。
A speech that is half true and half nonsensical even to myself. A story that could perhaps be labeled as non-fiction.
俺は必死で無味乾燥な毎日を過ごそうとしてたし、刹那は重いものをずっと引きずったまま不自然に明るく振る舞ってたって後で聞いた。
Why am I telling her all this? Why does Kazusa want to hear any of this? In the past, she'd get mad at me for talking about
だから
Setsuna.
こそその後の呪縛から解放された2年間はそれこそあっという間だった。
That's right. I remember talking about Setsuna with this much passion sometime in the past too.
1年目はお互いの卒業とか就職とか友達のこととか家族のこととか刹那の歌のこととか。
Setsuna joined the light music club and we knew that the pianist in music room 2 was Kazusa. In order to get the third member to join, I sang the praises of the second
2
member.
年目はお互いの仕事とか環境の変化とか学生の時と比べて会える時間が減ったりとか、まあそれなりにいろいろあった。
I spoke about Setsuna whom I had known for a week to Kazusa whom I had known for half a year, with incredible passion apparently. Wow! Not so... doing exactly opposite now, huh? Talking about the person who you basically met for like 2 weeks after like 5 years. To someone like that. And talking about someone that you knew for 5 years. Like, wow, the whole circle. The proof of that is in the fact that Kazusa quickly got angry and threw me out of the music room along with my chair as I was still
い
talking.
ろいろあったはずなんだけど、2人なら何でも乗り越えられる気がしたし、実際乗り越えてきた。
Back then, I had no hesitation when speaking of Sesu's attractive qualities, and I had no trouble acknowledging Kazusa's strong points. I was reckless, and was giving both Kazusa and Sesu special treatment. I simply loved both of them. It wasn't an affection where I had to choose one or the other.
だからその俺と刹那はもう俺たちの気持ちを揺らぐことはもう。
Well, outside of like Setsuna giving you a cold 2 weeks now, and yeah, you haven't talked about Setsuna at all, like for like past 2 weeks until Kazusa actually mentioned her. We two cannot be allowed to like each other. We are far too grown up for me to innocently proclaim that I like both. I take a glance at Kazusa's face for the first time in a while, and notice she isn't looking at me anymore at all. Just like me, she stares at the empty space with the expression that won't let her true feelings be exposed. She isn't angry over my lengthy speech, neither does she show any interest, despite hearing exactly what she wanted to hear. She remains so utterly silent and shows so little interest that I almost want to ask her, then why did you ask?
カズさ、
She gives me a vague nod to my call.
よく話してくれたな。
Oh, okay.
これやるよ。
She wanted to hear the story before giving the tickets. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. She puts a single envelope on the
なん
table.
だよこれ。
お隣さんに渡してくれって。さっき知らない女の子から預かった。
Out of the envelope came a single
定
ticket.
期ライブだってさ。お隣さんの彼女が歌うんだってさ。
そっか。
ついでに絶対来いって伝言も頼まれた。
It must have been Yanaga Hirotomo. Just a self-proclaimed promoter, the underclassman who had become even more middle-sound than before. It must be Ayo's influence, probably. Thanks to her, everyone around me is like that.
全部喋ってくれたご褒美だ。って、もともとお前のものだけどな。
I see. She's going to sing. Setsuna is going to sing again. She has been on hiatus even since she got employed, but even ever since that Valentine's Day concert, she has been on stage countless times. Finding spare time between her job hunting and her graduation thesis, she held positions in numerous bands, always finding an opportunity to sing. The concerts she appeared in always sold out. Hearing of her reputation, some pretty major bands sent requests to either recruit her or hire her as backup. But Setsuna never desired any further fame than that. She only sang when she could, with friends who shared the same interest. It seems that she actually wanted to appear on stage with me. She would quarrel with me sometimes when I refused.
明日の6時からだって。
Yeah.
行ってこいよ。
I swear, at some point in CODA, we must have a concert with the three of them once again, so we have the whole circle go back. I swear, there must be a point in the story where the three of them do the thing. No explanation is necessary, so as to why she's doing this now.
花束でも抱えて、刹那の歌を聴いてこい。ついでに抱きしめてこいよ。
Because Setsuna always sang even in the face of hardship. No, Setsuna always sang because of the hardship. Oof. Oof. Because even since that day, she put her feelings into the songs and overcome everything.
どうした？
The thing that's causing Setsuna hardship right now, and the thing I'm doing right now, that might cause her even more hardship is... Okay, what the fuck is wrong with this question? Okay. Now I'm mad. What even is this option? I'm not going or I can't go? Like, it's same. Okay, there's like a subtle, like, difference of like, I'm not going, so basically telling her, hey, I'm not going, I'm staying with you. And I can't go as like... I can't go because of my work, I can't go because I don't deserve to go. This is more neutral, I think. I can't go. I'm not going is like more like warm towards Kazusa, I think. And distancing ourselves from Setsuna. Why you give me that vague choices like this? I don't like that. But as I explained, I think like this is more like going away from Setsuna. Like I'm not going, just confidently saying, yeah, I'm not going. I think like we can say just I can't go. It feels like less drastic. It's also like kinda make us like going further from Setsuna, but not as much, I think. I hate this choice. I don't like that.
なんでだよ。刹那が
Maybe this choice doesn't matter anything, actually.
昔からあいつの歌大好きだったじゃないか。
過去形じゃないぞ。今でも大好きだ。
Okay. The answer to her question was so obvious that I almost got a bit moody in my answer. Because it's obvious that I love all the music played by those close to me.
だったら行けよ。どうして妙な意地を張るんだ。
今は大事な仕事中だ。しばらくは自分のことを後回しだよ。
Yeah, this is one of the things I mentioned, like, I can't go may mean like, I can't go because I have this job. So it's like, more like professional thing of the clients.
それって。
なんてな。実は今、
Yeah.
冷戦中なんだ。刹那から連絡が来るまで会わないって約束なんだよ。
I was sure that you only promised not to call her. Like I said before. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I don't remember, but... Okay, whatever you say, Haruki. So it's possible that, like, okay, I just thought about this. This is possible that this ticket was given by Tomo. Like, it was not even a ticket. Like, maybe Setsuna doesn't even know that Tomo gave Haruki a ticket. Like, it could be a thing, actually, now when I think about this.
どういうことだ
I avoided Kazusa's question in order to negate her guilt. In exchange, I exposed the circumstances between Setsuna and me. Yeah, it's kinda because of your leg in Strasbourg. Even when I tried to hide it, this is a destination I've arrived at due to my poor conversational abilities and my unstable feelings. Yep. A topic that has no place in our 5-year-long history, something that happened only recently. To be precise, it's something that started on the Christmas Eve, an accumulation of small dispute I had with Setsuna. Because I didn't tell her about Kazusa while we were back home, I ended up breaking our 1-week rule. Now we haven't met for the whole 10 days, okay, so it's almost 2 weeks, so I was right. I haven't even heard her voice.
やっぱり私のせいじゃないか
全然違うだろ。俺が勝手に話さなかっただけだ。
Yeah, I blame Haruki on that too. Yes. Like, I think it may be like my first time not being angry at Haruki, like self-guilt. Yeah, he's like 100% at fault at this.
だってあの時私がお前を追わなければ私がお前に声をか
会う前から取材は決まってたんだ。
Yeah,
それは関係
he would met anyway. That okay, the difference would be that he would go with Setsuna for the Christmas mass. Yeah, that would be a difference, yes, but he would still meet with you.
けどせめて
Exactly, like I said.
そこまでこじれること
Not as complicated, but also would have an issue.
嬉しかった。再会できて。
Normally, that would have been nothing but a lie to ease Kazusa's guilt. It shouldn't have reflected my true feelings.
カズさんのせいじゃない。俺が悪いんだ。いつまで経っても刹那を安心させてやれない。
The game really want me to do Kazusa route first. You can't even... Oh my god. I can't even imagine how much I want Kazusa route.
だったらなんでこんな仕事を受けるんだよ
うるさいな。
For reasons I decided for actually stick with what we had in the character developments for the past 5 years. I can't just abandon them like that. Just not fair to abandon this. She probably knows that people become unreasonably angry when hit with the truth.
私のそばにいて私のわがまま叶え続けてそんなの余計刹那を傷つけるだけだろ
Yet I still couldn't leave you be. I couldn't stand seeing you suffer. I wanted to help you.
大丈夫。さっき言っただろ。俺たちの気持ちが揺らぐことはもうないって。
Okay. I like that Haruki actually have so much trust in Setsuna. Like I said before, like the relationship seems to like be like on a good terms and stuff, but on a thin ice anyway. But seems like Haruki have like much more convicted. Have like conviction about all of this than I thought. I mean, he tried to actually propose to her and stuff, so yeah. But he really trusts that their feelings will not waver again. He really trusts that, huh? I don't know, like... It feels weird. It feels weird when he says that, actually. Why this episode is so difficult? But of course I can't tell her that. If I tell Kazusa that, she will suffer and I can't bear to see Kazusa suffer. Kazusa turns off the recorder. In other words, the interview is over. All that is left for her is to gather up the equipment and bid the interview farewell. It's already past midnight. It has long surpassed the hour where it's appropriate for someone to be in the apartment of the woman living by herself. Someone's outside, Tomo's outside and like looking when Haruki is going back home and he's going to leave from Kazusa's room. I swear, like I'm just waiting for some terrible way for Setsuna to find out. It's White Album 2. It must be a terrible way to find this out.
刹那綺麗になってるんだろうな。当時からお前に
Back with that, huh? So good for you, yeah. Back with that.
それは保証する。
そこまでのろけるか。
事実だよ。会ってみればわかる。
I do think I'm being a bit excessive in my price of Setsuna, but even then, those around me used to keep telling me I undervalued Setsuna more than anyone else. They told me that if I did value her as much as she's due, I'd be crushed under the degree of my own inferiority.
なあ、春樹。なら、
Okay.
お願いがあるんだけどさ。
What request? What's your request? Okay, we are not going to know. We talked about... Oh!
どうも
Oh my god, I love it.
ルーツです。あとついでに今晩だけフィーチャリングセツナです。
Setsuna the Rebel, I love it. What is on her shirt? Face? No. Says? I don't know. But this is an apple. World? Something freedom? Oh, peace? Yeah, we want peace of Setsuna. Anyway, I think I will leave this for the next episode actually. Yeah, let's just leave this for the next episode. We are going to start with Setsuna. Previous episodes for a while we had started with Kazusa all the time, so next episode we are going to start with Setsuna. And now I know what the request was from Kazusa, I think. She wanted to go for a concert to see Setsuna. Because last thing Haruki said was like, if you meet Setsuna, right? And since Setsuna going to sing, that's the a way to see her. Like Kazusa can go in disguise, be in the corner of the room, just to see her. I like it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Let me know in the comments what do you think. And yeah, I will see you next one. So click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for Pocket Watch, let's geek out.